Hey, good evening. It's Brendan over at MiltonnRuben Chevrolet. Just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown on a 2020 Chevy Tahoe Premier. Now, Tahoe is powered by our 5.3 liter V8. That's 355 horsepower, 383 pound-foot of torque. Let's go ahead and we'll crack it open. We'll check everything out. Now, as I stated, this is the Premier model. So you've got daytime running lamps right here in between the low beam and the high beam headlight. On the Premier, you're gonna have that big chrome fascia in the front. You see the park sensors down at the bottom, and it's also got your fog lights, standard on Premier models. Now, as I said, this is powered by our 5.3 liter V8. You're also gonna find that in the Silverados, 355 horsepower, 383 pound-foot of torque. Battery's right over here on the left side. Just open the cover if you need to jump it off. You got coolant right in front of that battery. Your transmission dipsticks right here on the left side of the engine bay. Oil dipsticks down here on the right side. Brake fluids right here at the top on the right side. And your fuse box is on the right as well. Now remember, on these new Chevrolet vehicles, they do have electric power steering, so there's no power steering fluid to check or fill. Nice clean body lines. You got a 20-inch chrome wheel, factory running boards. You got chrome mirror caps and chrome inserts in the handles. You'll notice you do have your blind spot warning and your turn indicator in the outboard mirror there. You got dual power seats in the front. We've also got heated and ventilated seats in the front with 3-zone air conditioner, so you can have 2 separate temperatures for the front and a third one for the rear. In the second row, we're going to have captain's chairs as well. Split captain's chairs. Now to lay them down, there's actually a release right here. There's a button. We're just going to press that. The seat is going to lay down flat. And then if we press it again, it'll actually flip up. So we've got very easy access back into the third row seats. Now back here at the back, we do have park sensors on the rear bumper as well. This is a hitch closeout, so that'll actually pull off and there's a trailer hitch underneath it. The glass opens independently from the lift gate. We're just gonna operate that with that button right there. Give it a press. The glass is gonna open up, we'll swing it open. Rear windshield wiper tucks underneath the air dam at the top here. Give us this nice clean look at the back. Liftgate on most Premier models is going to be power, so that's going to open all on its own. You just press a button, or you can press a button on the key fob. We do have releases for all 4 rear seats here. So if I press this switch up, you'll notice this seat's going to come up. Press it down, and the seat's going to go down. We can also lay that second row down from here as well, so that we've got real easy access loading your cargo. Underneath the floor here, you've got a little extra storage. And in here right now, we've got your front plate bracket, your cargo net, and a wire harness for your trailer hitch. You got your jack right here behind this panel rather. And there is a shoulder belt for all 3 seating positions in the middle, or in the third row. This one will click in the middle, and then come across the lap here. So coming back across the driver's side, you'll notice we've got the fuel filler here right behind the second door. Just push that to open and release it. It is a capless filler. So all you have to do is put the nozzle from the gas pump in and turn it on. All 4 of your doors on your Tahoe do have the passive entry, so you can walk up with the key fob in your pocket to any door, click the button, and that's going to unlock the doors. The only difference with the driver door and all the other doors is the first time you push it on the driver door, it's only going to open the driver door. If you press it twice, it'll open everything up. When we open up the driver door, you'll notice we've got the puddle light coming down from underneath the driver's side mirror. There's also one on the passenger side. Again, dual power seats. It does have your memory seating, as well as power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, power folding mirrors. You just press the button, that's going to swing in. Makes it really easy to get in and out of tight parking spaces. And then down at the bottom here, this is our rear door child lock, and this one locks the windows. Now we're sitting in the driver's seat here. You can see we've got this nice clean dash cluster. The left side is your tachometer, the right side is your speedometer, and then across the top we've got battery voltage, temperature, fuel, and oil pressure. They say that this was actually inspired by high-end men's watches. You do have your turn indicators here, same place they've always been. You can notice if I turn the left indicator on, you get that blink on the outside mirror. This particular one does have the automatic windshield wipers. This here is your rear window wiper, and this controls the front. Now if you want to spray windshield washer fluid on the front window, push this forward. For the rear one, we're going to press this button on the end of the stop. Moving over to the left here, we've got a couple of buttons. This is the adjustment for the power pedals to bring them in or out. This is for the lane departure warning. And then this one is for the parking sensors in the front and rear of the vehicle. You can actually turn those on and off. And then here we've got a traction control on and off. Move over to the left just a little bit. We've got our light switch. Headlights are automatic. You can leave it on auto, or if you prefer to control them manually, you can turn them on and off. Fog lights are operated by pressing the switch in the center there. This is the dimmer right here on the left. So this will actually dim the dashboard out. And this one does have the power steering wheel. So that's tilt, up and down. And it's telescopic as well. So it will move in and out to make it easy for just about anybody to get in here and drive. Left side of the steering wheel has our cruise control. This is on and off. This is cancel, and then set and resume and increase and decrease speed. This changes the follow distance on our forward collision alert. So if we press the button there, you see we've got maximum, medium, and minimum. And this switch here is for the heated steering wheel. Over on the right side of the wheel, we've got Bluetooth controls for our phone. So this will answer your phone. This one will hang it up. And then these arrows and this check mark will actually control what's displayed on the dash cluster. So right now we have our current speed and a speed limit sign. This one does have the onboard navigation, so it knows what the posted speed limit is. We've got trip counters, trip A and trip B. We've got fuel range remaining, oil life, tire pressure for all 4 tires, average fuel economy. If we hit the left arrow, we can bring up audio, phone, navigation, or options for this display. Now we're over at the center cluster. Up at the top, you've got your door light switch to turn your door lights on and off. This is a conversation mirror, or the kids are in the back seat fighting with each other mirror, whatever you want to call it. Next one up is for your sunglasses. You've got the power liftgate switch here, and it does have a programmable setting. If we turn it to that 3/4, that will actually allow you to program the height at which your liftgate stops, so we don't scratch it up on a garage door or concrete parking deck. We do have our integrated home remote or universal home remote, so you can actually pair your garage door opener with one of these 3 buttons, and no more need to have it riding up here on the visor. Your rear view mirror in this particular vehicle is automatic dimming. So this little bubble right at the top is actually a light sensor. If it notices there's some lights coming in the back window, that's actually going to dim that mirror out on its own. The 3 buttons at the bottom are for OnStar. This one turns on the OnStar menu on the stereo display. The blue one, of course, we'll call an OnStar advisor. And the red one is just like calling 911 from inside your vehicle. We're going to move down to the stereo. You guys may be familiar with the infotainment system in the Chevrolet products. This particular one has AM, FM. It's also got Sirius XM. You get a 90-day trial of that. You got Bluetooth functionality for your phone. You got onboard navigation. Now if we hit the home button here, it's going to go to the home screen on our stereo. So we can select from some options here. Projection is the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto that we talk about. Settings is going to give you vehicle and radio settings. Weather is provided by SiriusXM, but it will give you the weather. Text goes through your phone, of course. OnStar just does the same thing that this little guy here does. And what it does, it actually brings up the OnStar menu on your phone.
Ready.
So you got Wi-Fi information. If you forget your
Wi-Fi, please see the owner's manual for information about your Wi-Fi hotspot settings.
So this way, if you forget your username and password for your onboard Wi-Fi, you can actually pull it up on the display. We're going to go back to the home screen here.
Goodbye.
We hit the little left arrow at the bottom here. You can see we've got traffic. And that, again, works through the SiriusXM apps, which will allow you to download apps and podcasts for your radio. And My Chevrolet. And what My Chevrolet does is collects diagnostic data from your vehicle to send back to the dealership. So we know when to get you in here to get your vehicle serviced. Now, one of my favorite things about the Tahoe is going to be the sliding screen. So you press this button here, and the screen actually slides open. There is a compartment behind the stereo screen with a charging USB port. Press it again, it'll slide back down and come back on. Now this screen is lockable by going into settings and then valet mode. You put a PIN code in, whatever you want to set, and hit lock. That's going to lock our stereo, so that way I can put my valuables inside the stereo and I don't have to worry about anything being stolen from inside my vehicle. Now moving on down, we've got our air conditioner controls. So you got driver side, passenger side over on the right. The fan speed is in the middle. And then right below it, you get the controls for the rear air conditioner. So we can actually turn the temperature up and down. This is just for the rear. We can turn the fan up and down. And we can control what vents are used in the rear. Now both the front and the rear have automatic air conditioning. And this is one of my favorite things in these new cars. You can just set the temperature you want, hit auto, and it'll take care of the rest. If there's nobody in the back, you can actually turn the climate control off as well to help conserve fuel. You got heated and ventilated seats in the front. There we go. So we got the heat on because it's a little chilly today, but if you want to turn the vent on, just press this switch here. It's going to turn the fan on inside the seat to help cool it off. And at the bottom of the center stack, we've got these nice covered cup holders here, right in there. And then right in front of it, you just got a little storage compartment with 2 USB ports and also a 12-volt charging port here. This one is push to start, so as long as you have the key fob with you, you can hop in, put your foot on the brake, and mash the button there. The engine will start. And then we've got our big center armrest here. On the top, we've got a wireless charge pad. That'll work with most of your new iPhones and any Samsung S6 or newer. Open that up. Nice, huge center console there. Let me turn the lights on so maybe we can see a little better. You can see you've got another 12-volt plug here on the driver's side. On the passenger side, you've got 2 more USB plugs, an auxiliary input plug, and this here is your key pocket. So if the battery inside your remote dies, you can actually just drop it down in there. We'll see if it'll fit with our key tag on there. So drop it down in there, and it will actually register the key as being inside the vehicle, and that'll give you a few starts till you can get to the dealership or get somewhere where you can get the battery inside your remote changed. Now, if you guys haven't seen, there is going to be a new Tahoe premiering for the 2021 year model. So expect to see some big savings on these 2020s I've got still in stock. Do have employee pricing for everybody running through the remainder of the month of December, and that's going to help us out on remaining 2019 models. As always, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to call or text me at 706-609-5847. Swing by the dealership here. That's 3514 Washington Road in Augusta, in between Bobby Jones and I-20. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. You guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we look forward to seeing you soon.